Итак, всем привет. И мы продолжаем играть в Final Fantasy 16. И у нас скоро возможен финал. Так, звук есть. Настроим чатик. Все, погнали. Пойдем поговорим с Сото.
There's talk of these skies driving me mad.
Otto, how fares the realm?
The realm? Oh, she's just fine. As long as you look past the fact storms out mother crystals and her skies are a roiling cesspit.
And Gav?
He's with your uncle in the Free Cities,
Я могу в правом ухе.
helping Mid with her
В левом.
project. Sent an owl their way the moment the winds turned foul. Still waiting on a reply, though.
Do you have any good news?
Well, that depends on your definition of good.
All right, fine. What do you suggest we do?
Oh, no, I'm just a messenger. I leave the scheming to those more suited to the task. Could be that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have their own thoughts on the current state of things. Could be that they don't. It certainly can't hurt to ask.
I suppose not.
Разве мы все уничтожили кристалл? Что там, доска обновилась? О. А, С.
How is it that every one of your little excursions presages some inexplicable catastrophe? Not that you are to blame for the Dominion's fate. No one could have predicted.
I'm sorry I couldn't save your home.
My countrymen are stronger than you think. A few toppled clock towers won't break their spirits.
I hope so.
Look at us. Bluer than tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us find a solution to this.
You believe there's one to be found?
I don't know. But I am certain we're more likely to find it if we first examine. Beneath these darkened skies, fear and confusion reign over Valisthea. Oh, the lands around the fallen mother crystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces. Now nothing but pretty shards of rock. And those that hang from the people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us. Yet I fear a swift end is more than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning Akashic in droves. And amidst the hordes of mindless beasts, with magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, while the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire. Dalmekia fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted off-storm. The world, in short, is in chaos. It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
Что-то как-то лучше-то не становится.
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish, but it seemed fitting. The reports I've received are considerably more blunt in their... Without the protection of their nations, it will fall to the people to defend themselves against those who would take what is...
Which is only ever going to end.
Defending a farmhouse against a band of chocobo thieves is one thing. But pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall an army's advance. Should the King of Waloed deign to invade, there would be...
None but us.
Is a storm coming soon?
Let me guess.
Is there anything you don't know, Lawsman?
It doesn't take a court astrologer to augur the obvious. That, I believe, is a question the Fallen might be better placed to answer. And on the 6th day, did the gods tear the sun from the firmament, visiting darkness? But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the sins of Zemeckis only too well.
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one of the gods responsible?
Well, he has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would associate with the divine.
There is nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't. Yet for all the fairy tales that telleth us, had I the journal of Moss the Chronicler, I may have been able... You will forgive me, I hope?
Certainly not. Even without this journal, you've provided us ample wisdom. And we will always be grateful. Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say.
Clive.
Ой, Джилл
we have a
здесь.
problem.
Only one. That would be a first.
It would. Actually, there are 3. We had as many owls arrive while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a Akashic at her gates, and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of Northreach has put the wind up Isabel and her lot.
And don't forget Dalimil. Lubor says the village was raided by bandits.
When it rains...
It fucking pours. The curse breakers are spread thin, taking stock of the damage in the Dominion. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they'd get here in time to make any real difference. Which means there's only 2 people who can.
Jill and I.
Let them know we're on our way.
How are you doing? Anything catch your eye?
Оу, это везде так.
Sid! Your new companion appeared. Should I be worried? You haven't been introduced.
Jill. Clive.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalimil has a...
Indeed. Although, you're a little... Any idea where they went? The desert's a big place. But the fact is, I have more immediate
What did you say to me?
as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalim. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the...
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the court.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that.
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adult.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Sid.
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalamil is the only place. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reeks, these accursed skies, or an entire city for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. Perhaps we can find a solution to Dalamil's problems.
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw would have left to smolder. That
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long...
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's a...
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Well, if it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But while it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will count, it may still be possible to make them... before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save...
When all that fear and anger can be directed.
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his...
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove... Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking.
Play along.
What he means to say is yeah.
Ничего не понял, ну ладно. Пойти пообщаться с тремя сторонами, послушать, а потом самим выполнить всю работу. Но это можно было предложить прямо с самого начала.
Here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself, Conrad. May I introduce you to Jane?
A pleasure, my lady.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canberra to a...
Victor says you told him no, that there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamil's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you call the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid.
Окей, пойдем поговорим со второй стороной.
My shop. If I had my pickaxe, I would.
I mean, it may still be possible to buy something. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of...
Lord Underhill.
Underhill?
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, if our humble town is to endure not only this hardship.
All right, if it will help to protect my home. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance?
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good. Merely that it... Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see.
Ничего хорошего на этом не ждет.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Mummy, I'm scared.
Oh, I'm ruined.
Good news, Sid. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new roles. With time, they may even...
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. All of them.
You know,
They don't just want food, they want the whole...
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in two groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move doubtless intended to stretch...
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert.
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. The stakes, I concede, are high. But if this does not unite Dalamir,
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hand...
then it will be for us to see that their hands are...
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
Бежим спасать город. Все, прибежали.
The women folk have come to welcome us.
Ульта.
I'll take that one.
They mean to overwhelm us.
неплохой удар. Но могло быть и лучше.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
That we should hurry.
Natalie, you did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Alamil.
We all saved Dalimil.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that visitors from the desert...
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act. I'll take that as a compliment.
Хороший буст. Перевал Марта надо спасать тоже.
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
Martha, it's good to see you. Otto said he'd been attacked by a Kashik.
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but the rest are still down there.
What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight.
I thought you'd never... Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest. Let the men know...
We're on our way.
Do you think there are as many as Martha says?
More.
You don't think they've abandoned us, do you? Ready, go? Fly, Ambrosia.
Понаставили тут всяких бревен.
Clive, wounded.
Да ладно, защитим всех. Сейчас тут быстренько отдадим, половину умрут. Прибегут, может быть, новые. Слушайте, тоже хороший удар на самом деле.
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
If you've come to rob this place,
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
how do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
Wade's men? But how did you come to be here? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the Akashic were coming from.
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after. We'll join you anon.
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for holding off the horde, that is.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell. The Guardians asked me to they were making ready to leave just as the skies turned.
Martha! Trouble! The scouting party's almost at the lift, but they got a pack of Akashic snapping at their heel, and they got wounded with them!
Damn it all.
We'll worry about them, Martha.
Ой, да ладно, я сейчас разберусь.
If any can still fight,
I will. You...
Переживают они.
My brothers.
Mad dogs, the lot of them.
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's.
Wait.
But what about... I didn't ask, Oscar. Sir.
Sir Wade.
Lord Rosfield. If you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Martha seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak by them. But we didn't know there would be so many. How could we have?
behind you.
Черепах.
Damn it! We need to get the injured to safety.
Do you think we can hold them off?
We can certainly try. Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Then let's do our duty.
Винос, ёптать. Ой-яй-яй-яй-яй-яй. умирайте уже. Черепаха. Бам. Удар на 500. Так, сейчас.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a pity I keep walking into them.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like any shield worthy of the name.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job.
Always.
Jill and I will make for Eastpool. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow. Good luck.
Так будет быстрее.
Just patch me up as
Поначалу показалось, что у них сковородки.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
Something's coming.
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round, Sir Wade. Shall we?
Глаз получил в Глазго.
Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our lookouts say the lowlands are clear. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up. Thank you.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. And whether that's sooner or later, we'll need to be ready. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable. I'd like to make this one of our outposts.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the rest.
Well, when you put it like that, of course they can stay.
My lord, there's someone I'd like you to meet. Oscar, over here.
It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rossfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch? I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew.
Well, go on then. It's not for me to ask him.
Yes, Sir Wade. If it please you, my Lord
Ну,
Marquis,
мы вовремя.
might you
В
take
принципе,
me
здесь.
as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar. But I am a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name. You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in so doing. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. Not that Sir Wade and the other Guardians are... I mean to say that, they're...
It's all right. We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
But a squire...
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once. And I'm certain Sir Rodney would approve.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
I would not have it any other way.
Бегом спасать последних. Надеюсь, данный выбор, то, что мы как-то это... Ну, это последний не повлияет? Нет какого-то выбора?
Heard a bloke saying he saw ghosts on the far side of the wall.
I saw it with my own eyes. The whole of Oriflamme under a flood.
Then we're next.
Ну, я не сказал бы, что тут как-то плохо пока что.
I can't do it.
My lord. Milady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Kashik, but different. They've taken so many. I've lost count.
Akashic, but different.
Ultimus thralls. And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
We could leave.
Да вроде правильно иду.
The two soldiers were carrying...
Ну и на раз лучше не промахнуться, потому что может обход быть очень далеко. А вот здесь уже что-то видно, что что-то случилось.
Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days. What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are my charges, and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers.
Я вот не понимаю, правда, почему. Вот до сих пор прям удивляюсь, что так мало ярких персонажей. Даже леди вот эта вот могла быть просто шикарнейшей там обольстительницей, которая типа там очень яркие, харизматичные персонажи. Нет, они прям обычные какие-то Изабеллы, так просто... Почему? Они наконец-таки решили, типа, более в такое правдивое, что ли, не фэнтези. Ну, хотя все равно нет, это бы наоборот подчеркнуло бы, я считаю. Более яркие персонажи, более запоминающиеся, и как бы раз, больше моментов запоминался из игры.
Your lovers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered, or take it up and do what is right.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have left is our lives. Do you really want us to lose them as well?
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with him.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly. And sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
I'd like you to consider my needs.
What we need to consider is where the creatures came from.
The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did. It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors. You're a pikeman.
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow.
Leave that to us.
Don't leave me, Pa.
Did you see the creatures?
Creatures? Yeah, they came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then they were just gone.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. We just passed more when...
It's all right. At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
You saw this?
I assume you have a plan?
Ну, побежим в Мур.
It was all they could do to escape.
Come on.
А в воздухе прям эфир. А почему везде тогда мор еще?
Clive, look.
I see them. With me.
Should I climb?
Save your strength.
Это было в ту сторону.
Nice try. Too slow. Nice try. All yours, Torgal.
Зачем мне эти ресурсы?
Do you think there are more?
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Then we should let Isabel know.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady. The garrison will be ready.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts. For now, at least.
Hearing that the Dame would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task certainly didn't hurt. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. But whatever it takes, eh? Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love. And the people I love include the ones standing before me.
Handsome and chivalrous.
Now, if you don't mind, I have sentries to post. Milady.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems. But it has solved one. And that's one fewer than I had this morning. Thank you again.
Да, пожалуйста.
Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least. Let's go and put Otto's mind at rest.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Was wondering when you turn up. Had owls from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second-guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Talia says your brother's awake.
Thank you, Otto.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason.
Может, потому что я умею поглощать все это.
Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Я и так умираю. Типа.
Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Блин, и там надо разгребать, и тут надо разгребать. С братом надо разобраться. С Ультимой надо разобраться. Там везде на народ нападают.
Well, what's the short of it?
Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, Bed is where you should be bound. You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
Или мы не пропадем. Ну, типа, блин, ну мы все сильные. Это вообще Шива. Побочные квесты. А я хочу их выполнить. Можем, конечно, быстренько разогнать их.
Blasted book. Here, you put me in this situation. Yep.
I've never been one to...
Меня послали зачем-то. Сейчас 3 раза так пошлют зачем-то. Самое интересное все равно будет после.
Is a storm coming soon? Will there be...
It's my foot.
Perhaps a visit from... Norseman Harpocrates. That natural one would have so snake me best. Is it? It's. Don't worry.
Nan sometimes sells swords and that, but never.
I heard the Emperor was impaled on his...
We're all gonna die! You hear me?
What do you reckon we should do? I say...
Sid!
Well, but just because that myth... the
dispute. All right. Every piece, if you...
Так. Чаши.
These round...
I do, but...
Well spotted. This... good thing. This... That's...
you know...
Not... So... then...
Well, obviously you need to start with the body. All the other pieces fit onto it, don't they?
And then...
Very good.
Yes! We did it!
Well...
Oh,
that...
would...
with the... and...
Hey, look! We never used the cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it, do you?
Зачем там шестеренка на таких весах?
Lady Karen. No. Just... And what? You believe it, look. I've done things I'm not proud of, but that woman is no more. And you'd know that if you'd... You're right, Lady Karen. It was wrong of me to doubt you. No. I reckon you've got better things to do. Of course. I spoke with that the rumors were unfounded, and that I, along with some other things, that while it sounds like she may have done things she regretted in her past...
Oh, but why would people say she was?
No, but people do things for all sorts of reasons.
Well, I'm going to find out. That trader, he said they were all talking about her, so that's where I'm going. I'll find someone who'll tell me, you'll see.
Are you sure that's wise? Whoever's spreading these rumors...
Oh, but that's why you'll be coming with...
Я сейчас сам себя заговорил на то, чтобы пойти. Вот.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there...
Well,
It would be. Please,
Sid.
She's...
Not but
She's working to...
Я думаю, нам в кабинет особо не нужно. Хотя ладно. По идее, кое-что проверить надо. И награду, может быть, получить, если там нам дадут. И, кстати, тут еще побочка он висит.
Where would he be?
Интересно, что там за последнюю награду, по идее, уже должны дать.
Back again? What is it that you wish to learn?
Сейчас у всех новинки проверю.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Your benefactors are a generous lot.
В смысле это не все? Я хочу талисман воплощения. И это не все.
You earned this. All done?
Так, 2 минуты мы продолжим.
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yote is a fine scout. If Canva was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
Продолжаем. Погладим нашего любимого песика. Тут еще побочка, и тут побочка. Пойдемте, может, побочку, кстати. А то по пути выполним потом.
Bandits maybe no. Look what they've left us.
It shouldn't be too hard to find goods.
The gentleman of the town guard is
Could be I know something more.
Clive, listen! I found someone who says he's heard the rumors about Nan.
Have you?
Go on.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's been selling steel to whoever. Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war they'll wage. And who will they all turn? Why, the good Reaper herself.
And you've seen this Reaper at work?
Aye, it just so happens. You'll find her right here, plying her trade most...
Here in Delamil? Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market, but if you're not the patient type, you can probably... But it'd be a bolder man than me that braved that. Feeling bold, traveler? I hope. Now, if that's all, I have places...
Sorry to have kept you.
You don't think Nan's the
Well, unless she's discovered the secret of how to be in two places at once.
Eh? What do you mean?
Lady Karen hasn't left the hideaway in weeks.
Good question. I'll go and have a...
And I'll visit this storehouse on the edge of town.
All right, but be...
Кто бы говорил? Мне-то быть осторожным.
You too, Goods.
Пройти-то туда.
The finest sell swords in store.
Fuck! How the hell did they find...
the gentleman of the town guard is back.
Ну да, все правильно иду.
You fought very bravely. The safety of the town is in our hands.
Ready, go?
Поскакали.
Time to brave the Viper's Nest.
Just you, is it? Thought I might have laid it on a bit thick.
It was a fairly unconvincing tale. So...
That's up to die a slow death, boys.
А нормальные бойцы будут? А, ну там вроде ассасин этот. А, нет. Нормальных бойцов не будет. О, хил. Где там второй хил? Не тут.
Finished.
Говоришь, слабоватый.
Go on.
Tom, when the Borgwin finds out you've killed his men, he only wanted that bull of a manservant, that you weren't even supposed to be here.
What were you going to do to him?
I was only supposed to point the lamp in the right direction once, but then you turned up. Well, go on then. If you're going to end me...
You're not worth the effort. I need to find Goots.
Get your filthy paws off me, you naughty-pated lout!
Stop calling me names! And stop spreading them horrible lies about Nan!
Well, that will be easy enough. For they are not lies. Every last word is true. And she must...
Goose, are you...
He's gonna kill Nan! He said she had to pay in blood!
After what she did, it is only right. That loathsome harpy's very existence is a crime. Goots, was it? I have no quarrel with you. Only with your employer. Run along now. You need not...
No.
No?
I don't care what she did. Promise me you won't hurt her, or I'll kill you myself!
Goots, no.
Enough, all of you!
But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Did you think I wouldn't notice the two of you slinking off together? Well, the whole thing got me thinking, who in Dalamil might bear me a grudge? And a certain snivelling shitter ran afoul of, though it was just Bogat. I thought the years might have taught you some sense. But I see you the same. What was it we called you? Wet legs.
You bitch! Everything that happened. It was all your fault. And now you'll finally pay for what you...
Goots, you...
If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go through me.
Fuck.
You great galoot. Out of the way, I can handle this myself. So, wet legs. You remember what you told me when we last met? An eye for an eye? Wise words, Sam. Why? And now, it's time to collect. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Is he...
Dead? No. But I reckon it's an easy going through life, one eye short of a pair. After all, I should know.
You don't mean...
Oh, don't tell me you didn't notice. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were working. It said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind, so I took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. His coin, but he crossed a line dragging poor Goose. He didn't hurt you, did he?
No, Nan. Still got all my arms, see? Legs too. But what if he comes back again?
What if he does? First we take the other eye, then we work our way down. He'll learn his lesson soon enough. But something tells me... Right. Let's get you back to the hideaway. You've attracted quite enough...
Remind me never to cross you, Karen.
Боевая бабка. Продолжим нашу главную задачу.
Let's go. Run like the wind. We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they will allow it, the echoes have a will of their own.
Fire and flame!
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
Faster!
Даже не хочу на этих птичек отвлекаться.
You deserve a rest. You're injured. What happened here?
Ethan swallowed our camp. My own men did this. There's a village not far from here. Tabor. The people were kind to us. It's only a matter of... We can't let those...
I'll go. Rest well, soldier. You said the encampment was close. Let's hope the Akashic are still there.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go round it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
Ну, туда повыше.
Good. I got here in time.
Ультов.
someone there? Please, I can't move my leg.
That doesn't sound like an Akashic. You're with the battalion?
I am. I heard the fighting. Are the others?
Taken care of. One of your brothers in arms told me what happened and asked for help.
Another survivor? Where is he?
His wounds were too deep.
He was right to send you. Those things you slew are no longer my brothers. Tabor is safe thanks to you. Here, you've earned it. You seem familiar. Have we met?
You must have me confused with someone else.
That scar.
Son of a whore. You're Sid. I was there, in Cosnis, when you killed my brothers. I was there in Rosalith, when you killed my commander.
My war with Hugo Kupka is over. I bear no ill will toward those who followed him.
And what of my ill will? Coward! Draw your steel. Lord Kupka shall be avenged!
When your wounds have healed and your head has cooled, come and find me if you must. Though I hazard your life would be better spent in service of those who need it. Or have you forgotten your oath to the Republic?
My oath? What would you know of oaths?
I know how hard they are to keep. Which is why I'm giving you the chance to keep yours.
No. I won't be deceived. Lord Kupka told us of your crimes. You are an outlaw. A murderer, not some
man. Like you or anyone else.
I am nothing like you. But if you're not gonna kill me, then go. Leave! Just know that I will find you, Sid. Someday.
Обычно я там не оставляю врагов, типа, ну, хотят драться, давайте. Типа, зачем мне какой-то чувак, которых там еще найдет, какую-нибудь заставу там сделает, еще какую-нибудь подлянку. Типа, ну, это не прекратится, пока он не умрет. По рогам антилопам. По рогам.
We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yote, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yote has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yote. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yote and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloeda Knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them? Yes. And the Black Galleon sails up at one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce!
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
How dare you!
Distinguished members of the council.
Нормально так.
You must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see?
The king! He has come to save us from the Akashic. He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools. Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough.
Это чё, блядь, за меч такой?
That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation.
Фига, он всех просто перерубил одним
The
махом.
girl is still here, somewhere in the city. Her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you. So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike. His very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominance, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it. Like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Did he?
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Он ее там обнимает, там хоть как-то целует. Мы к своей девушке возлюбленной вообще боимся подойти.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yode.
Зачем мне фонарик на улице, когда там светловато?
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
All right. I'll hunt your Evis.
Of course you will. When one lives in such troubled times, it is a fool who lets up. Leave table. I eagerly await your safe and...
Шкурный интерес.
A fortune in skin and scale awaits any man with the will to claim it for his own. Leave table by that.
Beneath the flood, yes.
How are those new boots treating you?
You! Finally, is that the...
Просто собираем сейчас по бочке.
The three of them, to be precise. Oh, yeah, I can't remember. That Cyril fellow's an odd fish, don't you think?
No history would be complete without mention of the mother crystals.
How it was. So it's these stones to Canva, and the rest of the boxes to Dalma.
Here's the scraps you're after.
What golden plains might the wanderers have called home, I wonder?
Decent quarry's been hard to find since the sky's turned.
It has indeed.
Farmers must have settled here in Tabor. I should speak to the old scholar before I forget everything I've read. Oh, look. Time. Whoa. That's God. Too.
How are those new boots treating you?
Beneath the flood, yes. And not a stone.
Да кто это-то?
Cyril. How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yotei is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix.
А Ифриту никто там жизнь не хочет посвятить, типа, кроме Джилл?
Our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you. Pray accept this token. For as long as you bear it, members of our order will reveal them if there is nothing further. Your Grace.
It's a canva then.
We'll talk about this later. Cyril seemed very, certainly keeps strange men. Fellows, Joshua.
На этом, я думаю, на сегодня мы закончим. Всем спасибо, кто смотрел, кто будет смотреть. Кому понравилось, ставьте лайки, подписывайтесь. Всем пока-пока и удачи.